Hello class, welcome to today's segment, which is actually our last segment of the introduction module. Well, in this segment, we are going to be discussing the general tips and tricks required to excel in IELTS. So let us get right into it. I'm going to be reading right from my notebook. So be keen, be confident, relax. It's just an exam. Guys, IELTS is just but an exam. As long as you've prepared well, then most definitely you're going to pass. So just relax, it's an exam, and be confident you can do this. Yes. Strive to excel in all modules, at least band 7 in each module. Guys, please do not focus on only excelling in one module. Please ensure that all modules have a good band score. That is, listening has a good band score, writing has a good band score, reading has a good band score, speaking has a good band score. If you should set a target, something like my least band score should be a band 7. And my highest band score should be a band maybe 8.5, 9 if you say, or 8, or my least band score should be a 6.5. Like you set a target for yourself and ensure that each module you've passed. That is very important, that you pass in each module, even if it's not to the same extent in each module, but at least in each module you've excelled. Yes. Have your strong module that you aim to get a band 8 to a band 9 so that it can be a great boost to the others. So guys, as we've said, you ensure that you've excelled in all modules, but as you excel in all modules, please identify your strongest module, the one that you can really excel in, and in this module ensure that you've gotten the highest possible band score for you. Maybe if it's a band 8, if it's a band 8.5, if it's a band 9, please ensure that in this module, no matter what happens, you've scored the best of the very best, band 8 and above. This is to ensure that in case there's a module whereby you stumbled a bit, then this strongest module can bring that module to a decent average. Strive to ensure that all modules are within the same range of performance. Ensure that there are no results such as a band 4 in one module and a band 8 in another module. Guys, as we've said, ensure that you've excelled in all modules, and as you excel in all modules, ensure that every module is within the same range. For me, I'd recommend at least a band 2 range. That is, maybe from, if you have a band, the highest is a band 8.5, the least module maybe a 6.5. You see, that's a range of 2. At most a range of band 2, such that there's no one that you've gotten a band 8 and another one band 4. You see, that's a range of 4, which is not very healthy because that will pull down your average. Have you understood me? For example, in one module you'll get a band 8, another one you get a band 5, another one band 4, another one band 5.5. You see, your average will be around a band 6, which is not very healthy for your average. So please ensure that there's only a range of band 2 between your highest and lowest, which is band 2 being at the very most. Yes. Identify your weak module and put more focus on it. You don't want this module to mess up your score. So, for example, you've been revising and then you take note that speaking is your weakest module or writing is your weakest module. Please, before the test day, ensure that you've put special focus on this module. This is to ensure that you do not perform very poorly in this module, that it completely tarnishes your average. So everybody has a weak point, and it's very important to pinpoint your weak point and make an effort to significantly improve it so that your average can be very, very decent. So focus on your weak point and strong point so that they can bring a decent average. Do at least 3 to 4 full exams 1 week towards the day of your examination. Guys, as I had said earlier, it's very, very important to do full practice tests before the actual exam. This is to ensure that you familiarize with being able to stay the whole 2 hours and 45 minutes doing your test. And also, you note things like speed during the test. Does your speed reduce towards the end of the test? Do you get distracted towards the end of the test? So please ensure that you do full practice tests before the actual day. Do not just practice section by section and ignore doing full practice tests. So before 1 week to your D-Day, do at least 3 to 4 full exams just to make your body familiarize with the time required to stay put during the examination. Yes. Do 1 full test the day before the exam. Ensure that you note your weak point, e.g., tiredness, zoning out, reduction in speed when doing the exam. So, for example, your exam is tomorrow. Today, ensure that you do 1 full mock test and note down your weak points, and so that by the time you go to do your exam, you know that this is something that you may encounter, and you find ways to avoid it during the actual exam date. Student has to do mock tests. Well, this is a point that I had noted down to remind me that before a student even begins doing section by section practice, they should do a mock test just for them to just get a feel of what we are going to be learning in each section. So you do a mock test for listening, reading, listening and reading especially, and maybe a little bit of speaking. Writing, not very important, because that one you'll need to be guided. So yeah, each one and every one of you will probably do a mock test before we begin section by section practice. Guys, we've come to the end of the introduction module. So yay! I hope you found this module very interactive and very educative. And if you have any question in regards to anything that you might need explanation on or clarification on, please do not hesitate to let me know, and I will explain it to you or clarify it for you in the best way possible. So yeah, you can ask these questions during our live sessions. Yes, so feel free, don't shy off. Okay guys, see you in the next module, which will be about the listening module. Okay, bye.